Alright, this is my review on the Crazy 4x4 1, and I say 1 as in there's like a 2 version and a 3 version. Like in this one, the circle goes out to just the centers, and in the number 2 it goes out to the edges, and I think in the number 3 it goes out to the corners as well. So yeah, this is just the number 1, and it's by MF8, I think, if it says, I don't know, some kind of logo under there. Yeah, and the cheapest place I found it was popbuying.com. The link is in the description. So right now, these outer layers turn around the circles, like this, and these circles are attached to the inner part of the cube. So when you turn just this layer, then the circle turns. So this adds quite an interesting challenge. I mean, if you do just the parity algorithm, this one right here, you know, you start to rotate this, but the circles don't move. So uh-oh, am I losing? Oh, there we go. I did the algorithm. So I got these two edges switched, yet these things are all cuckoo. So it adds quite an interesting challenge. I still have not figured out an algorithm to do parity without screwing up these circles. I have figured out how to solve the rest of the cube. It's actually kind of easy, but I don't want to give anything away. The turning is pretty good. Outer layers are okay. They're a bit catchy, and the inner layers turn very well, like a very nice 2x2. In fact, it kind of is a 2x2. If this centerpiece, and this one are all interconnected together, no matter how you turn it, you still have these pieces connected. See? So it's basically a 4x4 on the outside of a 2x2. And so the 2x2 version does use a screw spring structure, so I guess what you could say is, it's like a Eachine 2x2 on the inside and then a 4x4 on the outside. And an Eachine 2x2 has like a 3x3 on the inside. So I guess what you could say is this is a 3x3 inside of a 2x2 inside of a 4x4. Except the edges from the 3x3 never come out, so yeah. It uses basically the Rubik's 4x4 mechanism, so it's very hard to pop out pieces, but if I only could... there we go. See? A normal 4x4 edge, normal 4x4 corner, and the like. So let's go ahead and take more of it apart so that you can start seeing the mechanism. If you rotate it like this, then these pieces will just, well, most of the time, there we go, slip right out. So let's take off a few more. Clunk. This is going to be a big pain to assemble. Again, doesn't want to come off. Come on. Yeah, just take the whole thing apart. Why not? There we go. So basically, here's these circles. They just spin right around these centerpieces, and let's see. Yeah, let's get, now that all those pieces are gone, I can. There we go. Too far. And that will come off. There we go. And those will come off. Clunk. Clunk, clunk. So see, these pieces are all connected. So just this one piece is connect them all. So here, let's take off this screw. There, finally got that gimpy little screw off. So basically we should be able to take this corner piece right off. Right, and there's the inner workings of it all, and I don't want to take it apart too much because this thing is a real pain to assemble. By the way, if you ever do take this apart, then make sure you assemble the 2x2 part in the right color scheme, because otherwise, if you put it all in a random position, you won't be able to solve the 2x2 part. At least there's a 66% chance you won't be able to, or 67. So, and then you'll need to take it all apart, unscrew the screws, so it's a big pain. And I'll go ahead and at least take these little circular things off so I can show you more of the inside. Okay. So we've got basically the 3x3. So this is a corner piece. That's an edge piece. There we go. So now we get that piece. So you can see the edges moving. Yeah. I do not want to take this apart. Believe me, if you don't try to take this apart, it is very hard to put back together. At least in the right color scheme. If you're changing the stickers, you could be fine. And it did come with its own lubricant, but I found it was kind of a sticky lubricant. Like if you barely move it, it would go it would go stick, 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 stick. But now I've lubricated, I cleaned it out and lubricated it with Jig Glue, and it turns a little better, but I don't think it was worth it trying to assemble this thing. It is hard. And I'll give you a little more indication on how the whole thing works. And this piece just fits right into that slot and just circles all the way around. So it's actually not that different from a 4x4. And by the way, I'm sure you've noticed so far that I have Cubesmith tiles on here, and they're 4x4 tiles cut. And I really don't recommend doing this because, look, my corners got so thin because the tiles aren't that big. So when you go to cut this tile off, the corners get so thin that they start peeling up. And even with super glue, they still peel up. I super glue them down and they come right back up. There's just not enough surface area to keep it down. So the sticker qualities, I don't have them anymore. The stickers seem to be better than Cubesmith's. They seem to be more tough. So if you've got those, leave the original stickers on. That's my recommendation. I don't know how long they'll last, but my guess is just to leave them on. Okay, now to put this thing back together. Sigh. Well, I got this far. That was the hard part. Now getting, the other pieces on. So I won't be making a tutorial on how to take apart and reassemble this because it's just not worth it to do it. It is so hard. There, all assembled. So now I can show you what it looks like. So just mislining, you can see a screw spring structure down in there. So that's why these layers turn so well. But of course that structure doesn't affect the outer part 4x4. So it does turn a little rough. It does cut corners, but it's stiff, But this is just, nice, pretty smooth. So yeah, I certainly recommend getting this puzzle. I certainly have a lot of fun with it. So, except for these peeling tiles, those things are getting annoying. I'm not sure what to do about that. So yeah, go ahead and check out this puzzle. I think it's certainly worth getting.